We're here at Yongi Stadium for the Singapore Premier League. A very good evening to you on this Sunday. Albirex Niigata are taking on Lion City Sailors.
As I totally agree,
Months
right?
ago,
Very
this would
good
have been
evening.
top
So let's get right
billing
into the.
in the but times have certainly changed, haven't they? In just a short period of time, we've seen Albirex Niigata just struggle in the league. They've become a localized club. That's been a big change in personnel. And commensurate with that, perhaps, then, is this fight at the wrong end of the table, where they've found wins and goals hard to come by. And that's, I suppose, epitomised by their last match, a goalless draw at DPMM. Says something, doesn't it, when it's the first such game with a scoreline 0-0 that we've had in almost 2 years. But we shouldn't really laugh at those firing blanks, Roshan. I mean, it can happen. They've just struggled in front of goal. And I think it was very interesting when you talked about the goals, you and Colette, in the pre-show. 7 of the 11 goals have come in one match. So it is kind of deceptive at the moment. They are still struggling to score.
Yeah, you might say sometimes there's the macro and then there's the micro. You know, you try and look at the bigger picture and then the smaller things that will get you there in those situations. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to a good game here. Cheers.
There's our officials, Mohamed Taki in charge, Manoj Kalwani and Mohammad Basruddin are the assistants. Andrea Verolino is the 4th official. VAR today, in charge, Mohammad Tawfiq Dana, assisting him, Lim Kok Heng. So, starting 11 then for Lion City, for Albirex Niigata. They make just a one change then. Shuhei Hoshino has been dropped for this one. Arya Igami comes in. This is from the side that played against DPMM. That was more than 2 weeks ago, by the way. That was on the 10th of August. We'll be told it's a tactical change. I mean, it's interesting. He's not even on the bench today.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously something else going on behind the scenes. I don't think he's really produced. And look, I mean, look at this bench. You could do with Shuhei Hoshino being available. So, I mean, I think it raises a few more questions, really,
than anything else.
Anything else, yeah.
So, that's with Albirex Niigata. Shigatomi has put his mark on this team already. They've had an upward tick in results. That we cannot take away from him. 2 wins and a draw in the 5 matches since he's come into the picture again. Now, for Lion City Sailors, they make 3 changes from that win over DPMM, by the way. That was way back at the start of August. They've had a long break and then, of course, played in the Shopping Cup a few days ago. What's interesting to see is that Bart Ramselaar and Haris Harun and Obran Klajic have not started a match in a long time. You look at Ramselaar, it's the 28th of June since he's last started. In fact, it's the 13th of July since his last appearance. He's had injury issues. Haris Harun, 18th of July. That's actually more a tactical thing. And with Klajic, the 28th of June, he's had injury problems as well. Alexander Rankovic has decided to shuffle the pack, Russian, and that kind of makes sense. He only got back on Friday night. Yeah. They can't really say too much, as I think you rightly pointed out. They hadn't played for about 3 weeks anyway.
The last SPL game was on the 3rd of August, if I'm not mistaken. So they actually had a very long break before playing in the Shopee Cup in midweek. Yes, it was a tough game. Yes, it was an away trip, and the pitch wasn't great. But I think the Lion City Sailors, they've got international level players in there and good quality players who will want to be taking part in all these different competitions. And they've got a big enough squad. And they also have, the club is run brilliantly. There's a lot of investment that's been put into it. There's a brilliant training ground, and you've got all these sort of expertise in terms of the staff, the coaching staff, and they will be on the ball with things like recovery processes and making sure that they're managing players' workloads and training loads and things like that. So I think of all the clubs in Singapore football who are best suited to playing all these competitions, it would be the Lion City Sailors.
I think you made a very good point about trusting the squad.
That's right. That's another thing.
And giving them a go. As you said, there's internationals galore on the bench as well. Song Woo-young, by the way, is the one who's made way. Rui Perez dropped for tactical reasons. Apparently, Bailey Wright is an injury concern. Those are the players that are not starting today. As we have kickoff here, Lionel Tan moves into the centre of defence. He's been normally the right back this season. Yeah,
he's had to fill in at right back at times. Just in the absence of Bailey Wright, and just that reshuffle there with Obryn Kljajic coming back onto the left. And we know with him as that left back, he loves to get forward. He's a real asset in the attacking department as well. So Datkovic down that left-hand side in that left centre-back position is going to be important as well.
There's Lestien. Hassan Sani, who, as discussed pre-show, has just announced his international retirement. We have got those internationals coming up in very shortly, actually. International break. It's a new chapter, perhaps for Singapore football. We'll see what happens. It's Chris Van Huysen with the header. He's now at right back. Here's Mikuni. Kawachi to Mikuni. Now Igami back in the side today. Useful player, Igami. Yuki Yoshimura.
It's really lively off the left-hand side, Arya Igami. He gives them a lot of energy in those positions. Now you see with Junki Yoshimura as well, he's starting out at that right back role, and then he drifts infield just to be an extra body in those central areas. Gareth Lowe is doing that as well whenever Takahagi just drop in. It's almost building with this platform of a 3 and then a 2 with the inverted fullbacks acting as central midfielders. I think that will help is you've got Gareth Lowe and Junki Yoshimura who have played in those positions as well.
It's a trendy thing to do now, isn't it?
Well, it's a trendy thing, and there's also trying to find what works best for your team, right? And I think he's just looking for solutions.
Well, that's given a ball away to Lestien, who can't quite believe it. I don't think we can quite believe he hasn't even put that on target.
Wow. I mean, Hassan Sani, not quite sure what he was thinking of just there. Good closing down from Shawal Anwar. Just causing Hassan to panic a little bit. Give it straight to Lestien. He's very fortunate.
If there's one man on the pitch that you wanted the ball to fall to, it would have been Lestien.
He's very lucky.
Mikuni. Harris just trying to take the ball there. Time clears. Massive let off there for Albirex. Niigata. From an LCS perspective, good to have Ramsalat back as well, though, isn't it, Roshan? Felt like he's kind of been the missing piece as we see Daniel go here. It's going to be a corner.
That's good play from Daniel Go. Nice pass out, good bit of distribution from Hassan Sani. Much better this time around. We got Daniel Go, and he's always going to be looking to try and run and clearly it. Chu's not a natural left back. I know that's where he's been playing for the Lion City Sailors a lot. But when he came in, he was listed as an attacking player.
Well, the corner, not the greatest, but they have another go at it here. Haven't cleared their lines yet. 2 players on the ground. They pick themselves up. Put out by Haris Harun for a corner.
Yeah, this is a good start from Albirex Niigata. They're looking really composed in possession. Quite happy to play these short passes and try and build something, but also go a little bit longer when they can. Ball played in by Koki Kawachi.
Let's see if the delivery is going to be a better one here. Again, it's the first defender. And now on the break, here come LCS. Ramsala looking up towards Lestienne. Into some traffic there. He thinks it should be a corner. They almost caught out there on the break, weren't they?
Yeah, this is a situation that the Land City Sailors are going to be keen to try and exploit. They've got so much pace going forward. Ramsala, good dribbling ability. Should have been a corner. Does come off Yoshimura last, and you can see why Ramsala and Lestienne were upset with that. But that is something Albirex Niigata are going to have to be wary of. More shades of that first meeting between these two sides, where Albirex kept getting caught out on those transitions.
There's Lestienne. Now Hami Shahin. Back to the Belgian. There's one for Hassan Sani.
There's been talk about fatigue and things like that. We already discussed it earlier. And I think also from a player's perspective, I mean, you'd absolutely love to be involved in all these grand competitions. You know, it gives you something very different from just week in, week out domestic league action, right? You're traveling and you're getting that experience of what it's actually like to go and play away matches and in these competitions where you test yourself against higher level teams or teams just with a different style and from different countries. So I think as a player, you really look forward to playing in all these different competitions.
You want to peg yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
It's continental or regional competition. 8 of this starting 11 today, by the way, for LCS started in that match against Borneo.
But it's also a great experience. It's a great experience. You ask anyone out there who's been lucky enough to play S League or SPL and play AFC Champions League or AFC Cup, for example, they'll all tell you they had such a good time in those competitions.
There's Lestienne. Kuli get the header away, but it comes back to Lestienne. We already, I think, see the pattern of play, perhaps. Yes, have a lot of the ball today, you feel. I think you talked about a low block from Albirex, to expect that today. Here they come. Tajic on that left-hand side. There's an outlet. So Firdaus.
They have to be a lot better in possession this evening than they were the last time these two sides met, giving away sloppy passes and turning over possession far too easily. It's looking good from Albirex Niigata at the moment. When they won it back, they were able to hang on to it. They were able to build an attack here, potentially. Being patient as well. It's good to see.
Kuni. Here's Igami. Ball. Back to Igami. Shaping up for that shot. And it trickles to Iswan. Some junior commentators as well, you might be able to hear.
Yeah, I was just listening in, trying to get a bit of insight.
Well, learn a few things.
Younger Singapore Premier League supporters.
Good to see.
It is great to see.
And I always do love it when you see the opposite side.
Yeah.
Here, that stand with fans as well.
This is a great venue to come and watch a football match. So close to the action.
Agreed. Cypher House. Igami, you get them for Chris Van Huysen. Nice, clever touch. He takes Van Huysen out of the picture. Oh, it's on the penalty area, the penalty spot. And Daniel Go skies that one.
Oh, this is excellent work from Mario Igami. Good speed, good strength. Look at that diagonal from Takahagi. Beautiful ping out wide. He slows down and he accelerates. Past Van Huysen. Too strong, too smart for the Lion City Sailors fullback in that situation. And he picks out a teammate as well with the cutback. Daniel Go is quick to apologize. What an opportunity opened up for him. The only thing you can say there in his defense is perhaps it was on his left foot. A bit of a bobble. He prefers his right foot.
But wonderful stuff. That's what Igami can do. Intercepted here by Go. Need to make amends quickly. Ball through! Well, it was all free there. Right between the defenders. And I tell you what, that has to count as a decent opportunity.
Yeah, said in the build-up to this match and earlier as well, that's an area that the home side Albirex can exploit. Klijalic out of position, was turned over. Daniel Go worked very hard in midfield to win it and then drove down the line, put a decent cross in, just a little bit too much for Nakano to get proper header on.
There's been some pleasing moments for LCS in these first 12 minutes, Roshan.
Albirex Niigata, they've looked sharp right at the start, and the expectation here is that they want to set the tempo early on, knowing that the Sailors have just played a few days ago. They want to try and go and put them under pressure if they can.
Not less yet. Sanford House. Oh, here's Daniel Go. Across to Igami. To go back to Gareth Lowe. Takahagi feels no option but to pass back to Hassan Sunny. It's nice to see that they're not going to just sit back the whole way through.
Yeah. Well, they have nice, tidy spells of possession as well, and they're not forcing it. If the Sailors aren't going to go and press, then they're quite happy to just hang on to it.
Here's Harris. It's out wide to Lestien. Now Lenity. No one's closing it down. Why not?
Just opened up for him on his left foot. Albirex Niigata's backing off. See that with Mikuni as well. And Kawachi very deep into their own area. And the T just dropping off. He's been in a decent run of goal-scoring form recently. 5 goals in his last 3 matches. The numbers don't look too bad now. But it did take him some time to get settled.
That's for Messi Nakano. Taking a shot. clear their lines again. Daniel, go. Otake and Nakano, they can be a real threat when they're on the ball.
Again, it's an opportunity that comes from down that right-hand side for Albirex Niigata. On the left for the Sailors.
A bit sluggish for you at the moment, LCS.
Yeah, they do look a little bit labored at times, and sharpness isn't quite there at the moment. They could grow into the game. Still very early days in this one. And it doesn't look like they're really going to press very high. They might at times, but from what we've seen, they'll wait for the right moments, because I don't think they want to overexert themselves too much early on in this fixture.
Again, just to contrast, Albirex have had a couple weeks off following their goalless draw with the DBMM. A week off last weekend. That just gives them, one could argue, a little bit more rest. LCS in action just a couple days ago in the Shopping Cup, but again, reiterate, they have not played in the league since the start of the month. There's Takahagi. Now Otake. Joki Yoshimura. There we go. Passing the ball around quite nicely here.
Yeah, I see this again. Sailors not really willing to step up high and press. No pressure on the ball. Space again. Down the right.
Kano was just behind him. Estienne. Ramsala. Now Klajic. Hami Shahim for LCS. Just come out to his right-hand side for a bit, Ramsala. The left is Lestienne, cut out by Hassan Sani.
Yeah, that was good goalkeeping from Hassan Sani. Eases the pressure on his defense. Gets the ball back for his side.
That until this season, Albirex were the voodoo team for LCS. Some real great encounters, didn't we, over the last few years between these two.
Funny thing is that when you look at the head-to-heads, Albirex Niigata actually have the much better record against the Alliance City Sailors.
Really struggled LCS to beat them. Here's Ramsala. Now T. Ramsala again. Drags out wide.
It's much better from the Alliance City Sailors. Need a few more phases of possession like this, where they just able to string a few passes, move Albirex Niigata around, and Ramsala is looking lively.
He lasted the 88 minutes in that game against Borneo FC. That is pleasing, I'm sure, for Alexander Rakovic.
Yeah, and in terms of the minutes as well, if you talk about workload, Ramsala should be one of the fresher players in this squad.
Interesting, Rui Perez, who was sent off in that game against Borneo, left out the side today, we're told again, for a tactical reason. Here's Mikuni. It's just come in field. Comfortable at the back, isn't it?
Yeah, this is good, patient play from Albirex Niigata. Why do you need to rush it? It's 0-0. You want to try and draw the press, opposition not pressing. So just hang on to it for the right moment. Now it comes, and you make sure that the connections are there so you can play through, as they've done here.
Here's Daniel Go. Klajic has dispossessed him. So Klajic just beyond Lestien. Gami won't get there. Both sides were happy to hold the trigger on pressing. Datkovic. Here's Lionel Tan, who she felt that his side played quite decently in that Borneo FC game.
Always going to be difficult, isn't it? If you concede so early, as they did against Borneo, and by something like the 20th minute, they were 2 goals down. Then you're constantly chasing, and it just becomes really difficult.
Then you have a man sent off after that. It's double the task, isn't it? Harris. Now Lestien. Easy for Mikuni to clear. Lestien's trying to put a few balls in so far, and they've not really been troubling ones, which is unlike him. Daniel Go intercepts. Got to be careful of those moments there. Oh, Hassan gets it away just about.
Lestien again, quick to close down. A little bit too comfortable, perhaps, there.
Hami Shahid back to Lestien. So take it over. Get it up to Ramsala. It's with Shawal. It's done well there, isn't it? Nakano. It's the ball back. Here's Daniel Go. Oh, just a touch.
Yeah, you need to give it to Otake there. That's on the top of the box. There's a 2-on-1, and you want to use those 2-on-1 situations, gain that advantage, make the most of it.
Side for Daus. Here's Takahagi. Now Igami. It's a nice little battle here with Van Huysen at times. Side for Daus, not known for his scoring prowess. Blast that over, but again, encouraging signs.
Yeah, Igami Okay, looking to try and run at Van Heusen. He's apprehensive about engaging. This allows him to move into the penalty area. Ken is able to find a teammate.
Tell you what, working on the SPL, we get so many goals, don't we? We get a lot of actions we just talked about. But more than a year and a half, almost 2 years since the last goalless draw. Also, the intensity is something that I've quite enjoyed in the last few matches I've certainly been working on. It's really full on. This one might be one of the slower ones I've seen in a while, Roshan. I don't know how it's been like for you, but certainly that's the same for me.
I mean, I was working on the game yesterday. It was Gelang and DPMM. He was
Cooney, very casual at times at the back.
It works out, so well done to him. But yeah, I mean, that game, DPMM and Gelang International yesterday was fantastic.
For DPMM.
Great result for DPMM. This one is a little bit more measured.
Yeah.
I think you've got a situation here where you actually, when you look at both these sides and their approach when they don't have the ball, they're sitting back sort of in that mid-block. They don't want to press high up.
Right.
Both teams are doing exactly the same.
Correct.
And like I said, the state of the game also determines how it can go at times. 0-0. Neither side really wanting to open up too much. Don't be too aggressive with the pressing.
There's down to go. Otake, oh, he's gone down. Cypher Douse. Igami. Go is back up. And on the ball. Goes down by Shawa. Wow, we have got a change already. Hafiz Noor is coming on for Klajic. Well, Klajic has just come back. I'm wondering, he's walking, seems to be walking fine.
Yeah, highlighted that area as the weak point, and they've had a lot of their attacks go down that side of the pitch. And I think there's been a reaction here from the Lion City Sailors bench to make a change and try and figure out a solution to the issues that they have there defensively down that side.
Here they come now, LCS. Ramsalah!
Yeah, he'll be a little bit annoyed with his technique here. STN just hanging on to it, waiting for the right opening. Getting up a nice position at the top of the box. There's no control on the effort in the end from Ramsalah. Well, you mentioned Klajic coming back into the side, so perhaps he is also not quite match fit, lacking that sharpness at the moment.
Well, it's interesting that he was chosen today, Hafiz Noor, who is quite used to playing at fullback, not started. Here's Igami, he's been brilliant. Igami! That took a deflection along the way, will be a corner. He's been the brightest player, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's very difficult to deal with because he's full of running, good pace, good energy, and he's very direct. And it's tricky for defenders. First of all, Nakano shouldn't be given the opportunity to turn and face forward by Lionel Tan. If you've got him with the back facing you, show him all the way towards the sideline. Don't drop off. What Lionel is thinking there is that if I go to Nakano, then Ariagami might have space in behind, but leave him for Hafiz Noor to go and chase. It cause a bit more of a problem there because Nakano can then turn and face forward, play it in behind for Ariagami, and then he's very difficult to stop in those moments. Especially Hafiz Noor just coming on.
I've got a problem with that loose bit of tape on his wrist at the moment. Someone needs to just pull it off, Igami. Oh, it comes off the crossbar. Well, up the other end. This has resulted in a break. They've left themselves exposed a couple times. Albirex. think it was Kawachi, I might be wrong, with the header. There was a lot of people around there.
Yeah, it was Kawachi. I think that meant the delivery that was played in. One of the things with Albirex this season that's been something they can look to try and address as well is the fact that they don't really have goals coming from different areas of the pitch. Kawachi last season, I think he had 5.
Yeah.
From those set pieces. Hasn't scored yet this season. Both neither him nor Mikuni has contributed in that department. They don't really get too many goals from midfield as well this season.
It's a great ball, Daniel. Go! Otake! Oh, that's a very, very good challenge. Guess who it is? It's the new man in, Hafiz Noor. What an opportunity there. Russia, they're looking vulnerable at the back at times, aren't they, LCS?
Yeah, they certainly are. But with the individual quality that they have, very dangerous on the transition.
Here we go. 4 against 4. Still Ramsala. It's just really livened up, this one. Hafiz. So he'll go over to the right, and Busa goes on to the left.
Here's another look at that header. There you go. Kawachi is unmarked.
It's an awkward one for him, actually.
Yeah, yes, actually. Get down to that.
He's done really well out of that.
You're normally looking to try and get your header over the ball. He's, because of where that ball's dropped, he's actually to get underneath it, and that's why it's
really good.
It's gone up back and hit the crossbar. It's unfortunate for him. But marking was very loose there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Lionel Tan was assigned to him, but he was able to actually just get free and meet the delivery.
And we had the last gasp tackle of Hafiz Noor soon after that. At the moment, they've actually had the better opportunities, haven't they?
They have. They've looked good. Credit to them. Time on the training ground as well, I think, has really helped them in their approach here. I think with Keiji Shigetomi, is able to speak in English, so conducts his sessions in that language. Not easier for local players to try and understand exactly what he's looking for.
I think you mentioned his focus a bit more on the defensive side of things, did you, earlier on? Here's Hafiz.
Yeah, it's kind of half chances really for the Land City Sailors. Not much in the way of high quality opportunities at the moment.
They're not going to mind this, Albirex, if we're going to take pot shots.
Yeah, you were talking about the defensive side of things. I think that was just initially to try and, stop the rot of losing games and conceding lots of goals. Far too many goals conceded by Albirex Niigata this season. And so it's probably taking it in sort of certain phases where, okay, now we need to focus on making sure defensively we're not making it easy for opposition sides. And then you start to slowly then develop the team to find a little bit more balance going forward as well.
Nakano, he's one of their big assets, isn't he, as well? Here's Daniel Go. Still Daniel Go. Very straightforward for his one.
Well, the problem for the Sailors here as well is the fact that they're not winning their individual duels, not really winning their battles. It's gone for a big switch here, Saifidos.
There's Ali Aigami.
A bit of punditry going on from the stands as well.
There's a bit of jockeying going on. Oh, high boot. His noise down. Bit of refereeing as well, but
I'm surprised the fans are just asking for the yellow card.
yeah,
I mean,
could be more.
Shouldn't they be shouting for a red? Yellow card, that's being gentle, that's being nice, very kind to the opposition.
Yeah, no, nothing more than that. Didn't even get a booking.
Interesting one.
Yeah. They've had, of course, Russian 3 big wins since that bruising defeat against BG Tampines Rovers, a top of the table clash. And you'd look at this fixture list and you think, well, that could well have continued today. Coming into this match, right? Not been the case.
Yeah, you always look for a reaction to after a poor performance or a poor result from your side.
Here's Ramsalah. Teasing ball. No one gets on the end of it.
Not a bad idea, really. I just don't think you got quite enough whip on that. Options are there. Shawal, T and Lestien.
Give us some insight, Roshan. When you played in continental competition and say you guys came back from a disappointing performance, disappointing result, doesn't that kind of spur you on like the next league match? Guys, let's go out. Let's draw a line under it. We go out there and do our thing.
Yeah.
Our bread and butter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, in the league is where you want to try and show what you're about, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between desire and wanting to show a reaction and actually being able to do it on the pitch. You can actually sometimes have a little bit of this psychological hangover. I don't know if it was the same for some of our other teammates, but sometimes fine. You play in an AFC Champions League match, and you get this wonderful experience. The highs of it, of playing in that sort of environment against high quality opposition. Great stadiums, great venues, great crowds.
Yeah.
And then you're coming back to sort of that domestic league, and there is that little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Having said that, Sailors, when they played in the Shopee Cup, it wasn't a great crowd, but what I'm trying to say is in the grander scheme of coming from continental to domestic, there's also these little psychological elements.
So it's a kind of a come down in a way. Like
yeah. I have to say as well, at the risk of sounding like one of those pundits who goes back in my day.
Go on,
but
go on.
We didn't have the sort of squad depth that, let's say, the Lion City Sailors would have in this day and age.
You would generally find yourselves playing the
you
same sort of 11 to 13 in the mix.
Yeah, and also back then, you used to have the AFC Champions League. You would be flying off to Japan or Korea or to China, and then even in the AFC Cup, you go out to West Asia.
Right.
So there was that element of it as well, just those little differences.
And the point being, this was actually a fairly short trip as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And let me tell you, there was no such thing as having sports scientists and stuff like that in the budgets for backroom.
You had a nice bath, right? Tell me you had a nice bath.
Yeah, we had one of those green bins.
The cauldron you get into.
You just buy bags of ice and then you just drop. You know those green dustbins that you just get into?
Clamber into.
Good enough.
Here's Ramsalah. T. By the way, if you're just wondering, Roshan isn't some old uncle. This is only about a decade ago. Okay, just to put this into full context.
Well, it was about 14 years ago now.
14.
Yeah.
But that's not that long
not
if
really,
you think
12,
about it, right?
12, 14 years ago,
it's not that long ago. Now things have changed. You're pretty away in terms of recovery and sports science. On the turn. Oh, no, I thought might take a shot. Ramsalah. It's all been a bit flaccid so far.
Yeah, it certainly has. Yeah. Again, I mean, it's a weak effort, right? Well, hopefully a bit more of an improvement. in the second half, potentially a bit more of an uptick in intensity.
I mean, there's energy in there when you look at this bench, right? There's a lot in there that they could do. Someone who played in the Champions League with you, Song Woo-young.
Yeah.
Or at least in the team. This one that brings a lot of energy wherever he goes.
Yeah, I think he played in midweek, so
Yep, he did.
Being given a bit of a rest. It's been quite a cagey contest, I think, overall. I'm not sure I don't think I really expected it to go like this.
No, don't think many would have, but surely you'd have to say that Shigetomi would be the happier of the two right now, wouldn't he?
Yeah, of course. I think it's going really well for him. They are in control here. They've conceded. Defensively, they look sound, and in possession, they've created a couple of opportunities. So I think he'll be really happy with the way things have gone for his side at the moment. And for Rankovic, I think questions he'll be asking, was that intensity? Maybe this is intentional, you know, saying sit back a little bit more, and then we'll see how it goes in the second half. Don't expend too much energy in the first. But if you are doing that, then you also have to be careful that you're managing the game and you don't give the opposition too many chances.
Looking forward to your analysis and highlights with Colette Wong at half-time. There's Hamid Shahid. Out wide here. Lestienne. Oh, he's dropped it. That is a fantastic bit of defending on the line. That was a certain goal. Kawachi has maintained that clean sheet. Well, that was a certain goal. He knows he made the mistake there. This apologizing. Hassan Sani. Should have been straightforward from him. I think maybe just unsighted. But brilliant from Kawachi. Well, that would have been just before halftime as well. The perfect opportunity to score for LCS. And they have been denied. Lestienne looking to end on a strong note here. LCS, this first half, they're going to get a free kick. Look, a little tug there, wasn't it, on Shawal?
Oh wow, I like the fact that they kept quiet after I shouted that.
Here we go then. Lestienne to take this free kick.
Come on guys, get a goal. Yes, right. Come on, Lilo, yes. Let's play.
Dakovic.
Yeah, good.
Here's Van Huysen. Oh, that's a teasing ball again, isn't it? From Lestienne. Into our final minute, just waiting to hear. It's going to be 2 minutes of at a time. Hami. Now Lestienne. Hold on here till the break. Some pressure here. Save from Hassan at the near post. One you'd expect him to make. Ramsela's done well. Just jabs it up towards Shawa. Well, they've suddenly just turned it on a bit. Yeah, LCS right at the end of this first half. He's asking for a foul there, I think. Maxime Lestienne. Oh, there's lots of players in around the area. Not so many people making a fuss now about player down to the box. It was Leonard T. Oh, he's coming. Smashed that over Hafiz Noor. Just bobbling around, looking to clear it. One last chance, perhaps. Seconds ticking away. Haris Harun. Mikuni heads it away, and that should be it. Hami Shahin. Here's Lestienne. And that is another very, very wild effort. It's not been really his first half, is it? Lestienne, by his very, very high standards. So that brings us to the end of this first half. They've huffed and puffed, haven't they? LCS not really caused too many problems for Hassan Sani. Actually, it's been more of their own doing, really. Albirex at the back. But otherwise, been fairly secured at the other end, in fact. But I think all credit to the home side here, Albirex. Roshan, they've been pretty good value so far, haven't they?
Yeah, they have been. I think it's been really good from Albirex Niigata from a tactical perspective. You know, they've controlled the game and haven't really been threatened by the Lion City Sailors, and they've created chances of their own and could potentially have been going into the break at least a goal up. So I think the coach, Keiji Shigatomo, would have been pretty happy with the way that they've actually gone about this. I expect a bit more from the Lion City Sailors in terms of the intensity. But again, whether it was intentional that they're playing at a slower tempo to try and manage, you know, their physical fitness levels in this one, to manage their condition in this one, we'll find out over the course of the next 45 minutes or so. This could very well see a different approach and increase in their intensity of the play in this second half.
No subs made at all for either side. If you have just joined us, we can tell you that Obrien Klajic went off just before the half-hour mark. He was replaced by Hafiz Noor. We were told that was a tactical thing, but he's not a natural fullback. Actually, Hafiz Noor isn't either, but he has been converted into one over the last few seasons and done a pretty good job there. And, you know, Roshan, when we talk about the man there on the ball, Hassan Sani, you know, evergreen. I mean, Hafiz Noor has also been defying the age of time as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has. Hafiz Noor was
still one of the quickest guys around, isn't he?
Yeah, and he was also one of my teammates
was he playing when you were playing?
Yeah. Incredible. Great longevity. It really is great to see him doing, you know, as well as he's done in his career, because he had a tough time at Home United under the coach back then. He was really sort of frozen out and left out, and he had to leave. And I think he had to join Tanjung Pagar, if I'm not mistaken, for a bit.
He kind of got a new lease of life, didn't he? So Sharma with the shot. Cooley clears. Now Daniel go. Oh, he's dispossessed here. Lestienne. Just a bit of panic at the back here. Ami does well. Hafiz. Now Ramsala. I thought that might well be a reaction from LCS. Sven Huizen. Tandagi will let that run out of play.
Yeah, in short, good to see Hafiz Noor still running around at the age of 36, and that he's Singapore international.
Yeah.
He turned a difficult situation around. It's credit to him. Stuck in there.
He got a second win, didn't he, really, in his career? Most of it. There we go. Now by Lestienne. I think you were saying in the halftime show, more the same as far as Albirex are concerned. They didn't do anything wrong. They were very, very good at what they were doing. What did you want to see a bit more of from LCS? Energy or?
Yeah, I mean the two situations, the two best chances for Lion City Sailors came from mistakes from Hassan Sani.
Exactly.
But going back to, otherwise they were pretty comfortable. But going back to your question about the Lion City Sailors, again, I really feel like it's that intensity of their play.
Right.
There was no real speed in their passing. There was no real intent behind the possession.
Hasn't that been, though, a constant refrain this season? Even though they are top or second or in the top two, that they've just been a little languid in their approach at times.
But that's why I think in the second half we'll see a bit more from them.
Hami. That's Ramsala. And that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier, because Ramsala's been out for quite a long time, hasn't he? And I don't know whether he might be that little piece in the jigsaw that they need to just help quicken things up a bit. They just sometimes feel, I think someone was calling it functional. I think it might be one of our other pundits, Hidir. They get the results, but sometimes how they get the result it's not been the free-flow football that everyone perhaps wants to see from LCS. That doesn't mean they have to be doing it.
I mean, I can understand that line of thinking. That you feel like they should be dominant all the time.
Right.
They should be destroying teams with vibrant attacking football in each and every game. I can understand that.
It's going to be a 50-game season, not easy.
Yeah, but no, sometimes that's not the reality. You do come up against other sides and other players who also get a little bit more fired up playing against them and want to show that you know, they're not all that. Again, I'm not creating any excuses of the note. I also want to see the Land City Sailors play some excellent football.
Kind of mistimed that header, Shawal. Well, look, they're a unique club, and clubs in their kind of position, you put a target on their back because of the resources that they have, right? Everyone wants to beat them. Everyone is maybe a little bit more pumped up than usual.
Yes.
Of maybe a point to be made.
But they're also an example of how things can be done in this
Correct.
country when it comes to football. So you also have to give them credit for certain things that they're doing.
We've seen other clubs trying to make similar moves, or at least moves towards that. Albirex now going localized for a start. PG Tampines Rovers perhaps on the way as well. International, some moves perhaps. We shall see. Danago is down for the moment. Oh, excuse me, not Danago, Takahagi. Couldn't quite see what happened to him there.
He just took a knock here, Takahagi. As he went past Harris, there you go. Soren going across him and just a bit of a knock on the shin.
Joki Yoshimura. Danago's not going to get to that one. Options we mentioned. Yes, on the bench. Ramsara, just a heavy touch. It's just gone out of play.
I want to see that quicker passing, a bit more aggression in the type of passes that they play. Try and find those players in the half spaces, move it along quicker. The speed of the pass, that's important as well.
Here's Lestienne. Overlapping run from Van Huysen. Near post, looking for a touch there, Shawal. Hami. Van Huysen takes the shot quickly. Lestienne. He gets a corner.
Van Huysen getting a bit more further forward. The Land City Sailors have pushed up a little bit more at the start of the second half.
For that flick, perhaps Shawal. Hami Shahin. We are going to get a change, by the way, already so early on in the second half. It's going to be Bart Ramsala. Across the face of the goal.
That was Shawal Anwar with that touch there. Good work. Again, this is that increase in intensity. A bit quicker with the play. The Land City Sailors, more movement off the ball, trying to create these 2-on-1 situations on the flanks. Song Young coming on as well. Interesting one there. Ramsala, the player being replaced.
Just maybe looking to manage that workload.
Well, just quickly going back to the point you were making about the Land City Sailors, and the expectation is they should be hammering everyone and playing great attacking football all the time against all the opposition. if that were to be the case, what you'll get is then complaints on the other end that the league's
Too one-sided.
The league's one-sided. It's becoming boring. We need to do something about it. So,
you know, there's no pleasing some people.
no, there isn't.
Come forward here, just to drive home the theme of tonight. Age and two of Roshan's former teammates now on the pitch. Both from Home United, right? Hafiz Noor, was he with you? Or was he also at Warriors with you?
No,
Cleared away. Well, Songwei will also bring that energy, Roshan. There's no doubt about it, right?
yeah, you'd hope so. You'd like to think so.
He's got the energy.
He's had his share of injury issues over the last couple of years as well.
Lionel Tan. Shawal getting the slightly heavy touch.
They're seeing a bit more of the ball in the second half of the Lion City Sailors, and I think now they're taking the initiative as compared to in the first half where they were a little bit passive in their play.
Lestienne. Moves it back to him. Goes past everyone. Albirex gives it away. Here come Albirex. Just ran away from Otake. Lestienne. Cooley getting away. You know, often when Lestienne is not quite firing on all cylinders, he's a bit representative of this side as well. Hafiz Noor goes out for a corner. Yeah, because his balls in have not been quite the quality that we expect from Maxime Lestienne. That was a decent cross. Leonard D.
A good delivery into the area. That marking was good enough just to throw Leonard D off. Gets onto it. Might have taken a touch off Gareth Lowe.
Get something on there. Hassan lofted it again. This time just about gets hold of the ball. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's a painful one for Datkovic. I think he's gone down there.
Real urgency being shown by all the players to get some attention.
Might have been winded. Hassan landed on him. Bit of a scramble to try and get this away. The most convincing of punches out. Comes back in from Lestienne, and just have a look here. Hassan goes to claim. There.
Yeah, on the side, was it?
Nakano and Hassan both falling on Datkovic. Straight away, signaling that he needed attention.
He's got some ice on him right now, Datkovic. If he were to go off, Bill Mamadou could fill in. Looks like it's going to be okay.
No one's really been able to crack the code for the Lion City Sailors, have they? In terms of a head coach, in terms of get them to become this consistent winning machine.
We've had quite a few already.
Well, yeah, Kim Do-hoon won the title in 2021, and you thought maybe that was a start of something, but wasn't to be.
That wasn't necessarily down to tactical stuff, though.
You had Vidmar as their first coach, and he wasn't really able to achieve much as well. Having said that, they're still quite a young club. They were only founded in 2020.
Has anyone had them purring away?
Yeah, I think that's an interesting thing to look at as well in terms of the coaches that they've had. Has anyone actually really been able to live up to the expectations that people have had of the Lion City Sailors being this all-conquering side in Singapore football? It's an interesting one. I'm not quite sure what you would need to sort of really do that, like crack that code in that sense, so to speak, for lack of a better phrase.
Right now it is Albirex Niigata looking to crack this defense. They go forward. It's Daniel Go. Haven't really had much opportunity to go into that final third, have they?
Take with that good touch and turn space just in front of the Sailors' back line. Just a rushed, hurried effort from Daniel Go.
I think people just going back to a point, they just look north of the border and see what's happening just across there. But they probably try to, they think that we should be like that.
No, but even with JDT, remember, you're seeing them now. You forget what it was like in the earlier years where they also had those growing pains. You have to also go back to that. And if you're comparing it to JDT, for example, they too took a few years to sort of get into this run where they were this relentless winning machine.
Instant gratification, Russian these days. Show my uncle this now. The Albirex, Daniel Go. Oh, he's done well here, Daniel Go. Brushes past Van Huysen. And that's the second time. A propensity to shoot rather than perhaps look at other options.
He does such a good job here, Daniel Go. Twisting and turning. Decision was that not quite been right.
Well, that change, I think, is that going to be made now? Daniel Go, that was his last contribution. Arshad Shamim will come on. So presumably, like now Shawal Anwar goes off, and Adam Swandi will come on.
Dakovic has come off as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
That injury
is on as well.
He couldn't shake off that contact.
Looks like Harris has come back into the centre of defence with Lionel Tan. As Hafiz takes out his right foot and he smashes over Lestien.
It's looking like it's one of those games where you're sort of struggling and you just want to try and get it across the line and just get that one goal, get the job done. Forget about being entertaining. Forget about playing attractive football. Just get the 3 points somehow. Find a way through.
Coming off your shin in 89th
Whatever
minute,
it is.
you will take it, right?
Yep.
So Anu go into the hole left by Haris Harun. He was moved into where Tony Dakovic was. There's Adam Swandi now, who's on for Shawal Anwar. Arshad Shamim is direct replacement for Daniel Go.
A bit more aggressive in the press here when they don't have the ball. Alliance City Sailors. The shutdown options higher up the pitch. Albirex Niigata, though, to their credit, done well to keep a hold of it under that pressure.
Side Firdaus. Takahagi. Here's Arya Igami. I haven't really seen much of him in the second half. He was excellent first. Side Firdaus again. He's going to go for goal. Watching on with interest. This is all going quite nicely for them at the moment. From Lestien. There's Arshad. Like that. Here's Anu, who's just come on. Cross to Lestien. Side foot straight. Hassan Sani from Song.
That's another chance. That's a pretty good one here. Look at Lestien playing with his head up. Gets that first touch and immediately he's aware of what's going on around him. Picks out the run of Song Eui-yong.
We're just getting told by our pitchside reporter there, Tessa, that that injury to Tony Dakovic seems fairly serious. He's still getting medical attention at the moment, right off our cameras. Hope he's okay. Here's Arshad Shamim. Just slowing that down, perhaps. Still on the ball, though. Arya Igami. It's a tag team on that one. Song. Oh, that's a great ball, but Lenati's denied by Hassan Sani. Scrambling across, and he's used everything to deny Lenati.
What a save.
There's Tony Dakovic, as we said earlier. Oh dear. Into matches here on the pitch. What a nice ball from Lestien.
Great quality from Lestien. Beautiful. Played across the face of goal there. Knew exactly where he wanted to put it and was able to find Lenati. Should have finished. Should have finished. Great to Hassan Sani.
Kind of just prods the ball here. Takahagi won't get there. That was so all the way back. Great to see. "22 minutes left. Still waiting for a goal here. Not surely going to have 2 goalless draws.
They're pretty funny if both of them involve Albirex Niigata, a side who've
been leaking
goals, and a side that over the last few years we've enjoyed watching so much because of the attacking football, a number of goals they scored.
True. Might have a goal here. Oh, we do. Of course we do. We were just wondering if it ever happened, and of course it is their star man today, Arya Igami. his first real contribution in the second half. And it's the opening goal for Albirex.
Look at Lestien. Look at the reaction from Maxime Lestien. He was absolutely fuming there. Really upset with his defenders for how they've dealt with that situation. Great stuff from Albirex Niigata here. Wonderful play. Intricate with the passing. Doesn't get closed down. Lionel Tan gets beaten far too easily. Allows Arya Igami to cut in on the inside. Just have a look at the defending here. It's really passive. Slow to get to it. Oh. That's just not good. Not good enough defensively. Very labored there. And then they're hoping that the flag goes up for offside. They deserve that goal. Albirex Niigata.
That is something to really sit up and take notice now. Albirex are leading here against Lion City Sailors. Well, this is a real shock to the system, I think. Fair to say. Still 20 plus minutes left in this. So since that defeat to BG Tampines Rovers, it's been 6-0 Young Lions, 7-1 Hagong United, 3-0 DPMM. They've scored 16 goals and conceded 1 in domestic action in the last 3. They are trailing here against Albirex. There's still options for them though. It's about LCS. It's our man, Igami, who scored. D.
Well, that goal is certainly going to liven things up from the Lion City Sailors' perspective.
Got 2 forwards on the bench, youngsters, Abdul Razak and Sergio Perez. They try to get them on the pitch. Michael Pasha's there as well.
Nothing going right for the Sailors. A bizarre performance this evening from the Lion City Sailors.
Here is Harris. Now Hami. To Madame Swandi. Van Hoosen up to Maxime Lestien. Excellent defending there. It's going to be a corner from Arshad. Seventh corner now for LCS. Near post! They have got the equaliser. Leonard D, within minutes of conceding, has given LCS the all-important goal. I mean, that opens things up for them. We'll see.
That is the kind of goal that they need, the kind of goal I was talking about. Looked a little bit scrappy, but it doesn't matter. Just somehow find a way through. That's actually a really good header. That's an excellent header. Look how far away he is from that near post. It's such a difficult angle. Yeah. That's an excellent finish from Leonard T. Well done.
Second goal of the season for Leonard T. This sets us up beautifully, doesn't it, for the last 20. Arshad. Now Yoshimura. Should be straightforward for Iswan, it is. Waiting for that to try and go out of play. It's going to be a corner.
He's done well there, Leonard T. He's made sure that he's not given Mikuni an easy way out. No fouls, just a nice battle there. Both players enjoying that. T just coming out on top in that particular battle. Looking hard to win a corner for his side.
He scored from yet another corner away by Mikuni. Do you feel Russian now with Shigatomi now in charge, what, 6 games? Is finally getting more out of this side, that they're starting to be a better unit than where they were. Obviously, the results are speaking for themselves.
Yeah.
From what we're seeing here.
Yeah, I think so. Again,
playing one of the top sides, they've held their own, haven't they?
Yeah. I think you can see it with that shape that they have in possession. A little bit more patient as well, and players are showing for each other. They're able to actually string those passes together and progress the ball forward. As they've done here.
Igami, still Igami, waiting on the turn. Oh, it's hit the post. Otake with the opportunity. He has another one here, perhaps. Nakano goes down. There's a few shouts. The danger's not over yet for LCS. Ball is sent in. I think Nakano there just coming together is one. Now hold on.
Should be okay there, Nakano. And also, I thought he might have been tripped.
Yeah,
by Hami Shaheen earlier. I'm sure they'll be looking at that. This is that movement from Arigami, such a threat.
Oh.
So difficult, so direct. Dake with the shot. All Iswan could do was just really look on and hope that it was either going wide or going to come off the frame of the goal, which it did. So just that stoppage here while they have a look.
Nakano had gone down. He was pleading with the referee for a penalty. Here we go.
This is it. Making the wrong inside, Nakano.
CS fans, hearts in their mouths now. Not a good sign for them. Pushing it. Looks pretty damning at the moment from the angles we've seen.
Yeah. That's a penalty. I saw it happen in real time. Yeah. I saw him get tripped up by Hami Shaheen. But once you see the replay, once you watch that, you look at this. Forget about everything else that's going on here. Just watch Nakano running in. Hami Shaheen, left leg on the left ankle of Nakano. Here again, left leg on the ankle, takes him out there. It's a penalty.
There's no doubt about that one. And he has made the decision. Nakano making his way to take this. Wow. This game. Yeah, another little twist here. I like how Nakano's replaying that for Lionel Tan's benefit. As if he had to.
Quite an interesting narrative you have as well with Iswan on one side,
Yeah,
Hassan on the other. Those two used to battle it out for the Singapore #1 jersey. An opportunity here for Iswan to make a big statement.
Oh, this is a real chance here. Nakano to give Albirex Niigata the lead with 10 minutes to go. Cool as you like, Nakano scores from the squat kick. And Albirex Niigata are back in front. We've had 3 goals in less than 10 minutes. Absolute delight for him and his teammates. Their fans overjoyed as well.
The game has come to life, hasn't it? We've been waiting for this. That's a really good penalty. A little shimmy there as well. Let's have a look at his body. And Iswan is trying to wait as long as he possibly can before deciding on a direction to go. He goes the right way, but there was just too much pace on it. Right into the corner as well.
9th goal season for a team that's been struggling. That's great for Shingo Nakano.
He's been such a good signing for them. I mean, they picked him up from an American community college.
Brilliant. I love these sort of stories.
19 years old. 9 goals in the Singapore Premier League.
Well, you were talking about recruitment as well. But in the new Albirex, that's worked out for them. Well, again, the pressure is on LCS here, massively. Time dispossessed. Nakano. Now, expect to see things slow down from an Albirex perspective, you would think.
Well, that's something they would like to do. Just try and slow it down. Situation. I've already seen that they're quite happy to play those passes sideways and backwards and really force the Lion City Sailors onto them.
Still some time in this, but you've got to admire the way they've gone about this game today has been brilliant, hasn't it? Albirex.
Yeah. I think from a tactical perspective, Shigatomi is playing pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
Even if they do go on to lose this, I would say it was still an approach that was right.
There's going to be a change here. Take. He's going to come off.
I'll say he's right because there's so much more structure in their play now. There's another look at this. Otake. That was that kick there, wasn't it? So you won the ball from Lionel Tan, just on the follow through. Yeah, there you go. Might be feeling that. Also with the second challenge, perhaps.
Probably not the worst thing in the move to make anyway. Ho Wai Lun comes on. A little bit defensive solidity, maybe.
Yeah, fresh legs.
Yeah.
A chance to work his socks off here. Ho Wai Lun. Try and help his side see out this win.
As the club captain then, Ho Wai Lun.
How about that? Andrea Verellino, photo official, bit of a celebrity in recent times as well.
It's caused a few quakes and tremors this time, isn't he? The short time here in Singapore.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been a real tsunami of goals, but it's been entertaining enough in the end.
This would be a seismic shift, though, if Albirex get the win.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go in this very, very long season, Russian, but this one, you've got to stand up and, as you see that change now, this would be one of the results of the season, wouldn't it?
It certainly would be. And, you know, they would absolutely deserve that victorious wave towards the fans if they see this one out. Doesn't mean too much for the Albirex Niigata fans to enjoy this season or celebrate this season.
Absolutely right. I don't think people will be quaking with fear so much now when they see this LCS side. Arshad Shami wants the ball. Nakano, Arshad. Here's Ho Wai-lun. Junki Yoshimura. They've got the ball right now. Come and take it off us. Here's Mikuni. Cleared away, Hami Shahin. Oh, just enough of a touch there. It's a bit late there, wasn't he, Ho Wai-lun?
It was very late there. Comes on, gets a yellow card. It wasn't a good challenge. Takahagi did well initially. Try and win it back for his side. Let's see what the Sailors can come up with here. Now Lainothan gets to it just before Ho Wai-lun went lunging in.
These are those nervous last few minutes, Russian, when you're the underdog, as it were, to hold on here.
I wonder if the Lion City Sailors are just going to be able to rock Albirex one more time.
This is certainly going to be one to sit up and take notice of it. BG Tampines Rovers, as I said, keeping close attention to this. They didn't play this weekend. Oh, here we go. Nakano through a goal. Nakano! Brilliant finish. And that is it now. You have to say, Albirex Niigata. Superb progress forward. Lovely finish there, Russian.
Yeah, wonderful finish there from Nakano. Look at what it means to him. Look at what it means to his side and the fans here at Jurong East. He's such an exciting player. Look at the pace here right at the end. I think he's kept himself on.
That's good, I think.
Yep. Starting right on that halfway line. Still so much to do here for Nakano. Look at the power he has and the pace he has. So late on in the game. Anu's struggling to catch him. And he just puts a powerful strike past Iswan to find the finish. That is it. That's the win secured.
What a goal that is. Russian is just going to make his way to our studio. Just do join him and Colette Wong after this for goals and analysis. And what will be a very special result. Maybe a little moment of concern here for Albirex Niigata. Right now, though, they will be savouring, absolutely savouring this. Fantastic. And I think in the process of that celebration, it was an injury, which is very unfortunate. Ariagami is one who hurt himself now. There's some tempers frayed here. Gareth Lowe is furious. Now, really, when you're the team who's just about to get a superb result, you just got to keep it cool. Calm it down. I think that's Stien's point. Relax. We didn't quite see the incident in question. It's going to be a yellow card. 8 minutes of added time, by the way. So Arya Igami replaced by Kenji Austin for what would be a very unnecessary injury. We hope he's okay, but he clambered all over Nakano, fell off, and then hurt himself. They've got 7 minutes to get a couple of goals, to even get a draw out of this. Very, very hard for LCS. They're going to leave themselves exposed at the back. Not yet, Hawaii Lun. It's a great challenge from Hami Shahid. Shah just trying to get that off Adam Swandi. Amazing, isn't it, that there's Lestien. Right to that point. Lenati. Comes off Mikuni, will be a corner. Yeah, amazing to think that we're saying result of the season, or one of the results of the season, when it's Albirex beating Lions City Sailors last year, or last few years, that would not have raised an eyebrow at all. It does now these days. Lestien taken nicely by Hassan. We'll take the time with this free kick. Nakano has just got a little bit of cramp. Look where Nakano is at the moment. Everyone's back inside their own half, looking to see if they can help out. Put out for a corner. 4 minutes to go. Oh, it's a mess in there. They've got to clear their lines. Albirex, Lion City Sailors looking to take a shot. It does. Oh, Anu just goes wide. Looked like Hassan had already kind of preempted that, dived a little early. They just couldn't clear their lines, and he got that shot away, Anu, but to no avail. Flicked on by Nakano. Side for Daus. There's Mikuni. Oh, Wailuns. Oh, that looks a little unnecessary. Takahagi gets booked. Again, it's a few more of these little confrontations. The referee, I think, just going to have a quick word. Song and Gareth, they've had a little coming together earlier. Cut it out, I think, is what he's saying. Yeah, being a little bit cheeky there, so well, he's putting his hands on Gareth. That's not a great look, really. Well, they've only got a minute left here. Albirex to hold on. Not really hold on, is it, when you've got a 2-goal cushion? There'll be big celebrations here, absolutely. Well, we had quite the result yesterday, DPMM beating Geylang International. Well, that's an awkward fall, isn't it, for Hassan? There's no doubt that this result really does trump that one, and it's one of the results of the season so far, you'd have to say. Given how difficult it's been, this is a team second versus second from bottom. Only the 4th win of the campaign against a team that's been free scoring. But now, LCS 1 goal in 2 games in all competitions. That has to be a concern, that they've not been able to score all of a sudden. We'll look back at the highlights later. Interesting to see how many of those were actually high quality opportunities as well. Here's Lestienne. Chance for maybe an equal, consolation. Song's effort is blocked. Arshad. Is there time for one more? Perhaps it doesn't really matter, does it? Austin, is that a foul? Oh, they all kind of stopped there. Well, that is a brilliant win for Albirex Niigata. They really showed what they're made of today. It's been a tough season for the defending champions, who are going through a huge transition at the moment. Just their 4th win of the campaign. They're second from bottom, by the way. And they have beaten the mighty Lion City Sailors, who've suffered only their 2nd defeat of this season. It's been a bad week for them. with the chastening defeat in regional competition, a loss here that has ramifications in the title race perhaps. Of course, we've got a long way to go, but it does mean Tampines Rovers didn't even have to play today. 2 points clear. There's still some afters post final whistle. And I think that's just the frayed tempers at the moment and the frustration of what's been, as we said, for a few days.